Welcome to all. I am Dr. Asha Kadam from Department of Botany, Dada Patil Mahavidyalaya, Karjat. Yesterday we learned about the morphology, ultrastructure, chemical composition and functions of cell wall. So today we learn the next point of the chapter number 3, that is the plant structure, which having the cytoplasmic constituents, and in that we today learn the plant vacuoles. So in this lecture we learn the morphology, ultrastructure, chemical composition and functions of vacuoles. We know that vacuoles are membrane bound enclosed compartment. Vacuoles are the membrane bound enclosed components which are very rich in different types of organic and inorganic molecules, which includes the different types of enzymes, pigments and also different types of metabolic products. So vacuoles are nothing but the membrane bound enclosed compartment which are very rich in organic and inorganic components or the molecules, which are included different types of enzymes and pigments, and also other metabolic products are present in these membrane bound enclosed compartment. Vacuoles are present in large significant in plant cells. So mostly in the plant cells vacuoles are present in more significant. Fungal cells and some protists, for example paramecium. If we take the example of a protist, that is the paramecium, and also some animal cells, these vacuoles are present. But as compared to the plant vacuoles, these vacuoles are very small, numerous and functionally less significant than that of the plant cells. And so here we say that in the plant cells the vacuoles are present more significantly. So large amount or large content of vacuoles are present in the plant cells, while in the fungal cell or in the protist, if we take the example of paramecium or in the animal cells, these plant vacuoles are very small, numerous and functionally they are less significant than that of the plant cell. So when we learn the morphology of vacuoles, when we see the external appearance of these vacuoles, then the most conspicuous compartment in the plant cells is very large fluid filled vesicles that we call as the vacuoles. When we say in the plant there is the conspicuous compartment which having or which fill the fluid like or fluid filled vesicle, and that large fluid filled vesicle we called as the vacuoles. Vacuoles are nothing but in the plant cells there is presence of very large fluid filled compartment or the vesicle, and these fluid filled vesicle we call as the vacuole. There may be several vacuoles in single plant cell which are separated from the cytoplasm by a single unit membrane, and these single unit membrane which we called as the tonoplast, that is called as the tonoplast. So there are several vacuoles are present in the plant cells which are separated from the cytoplasm. They are separated from the cytoplasm by a unit or single unit membrane, and these single unit membrane that we called as the tonoplast. Means in the plant cells these are separated, or in the plant cells several vacuoles which are present that are separated from the cytoplasmic matrix कशा थ्रू सेपरेट होतात तर ते सिंगल युनिट मेम्ब्रेन जे आहे त्याच्या थ्रू, आणि त्याच सिंगल युनिट मेम्ब्रेनना काय म्हटलं जातं, त्याला टोनोप्लास्ट असं म्हटलं जातं. मीन्स इन शॉर्ट दी vacuoles are separated from the cytoplasm through the tonoplast. So vacuoles are separated from these cytoplasm through the tonoplast. Generally vacuoles occupy more than 30% of the cell volume. So vacuoles always occupies 30% cell volume, but this may vary from cell to cell. That may be 5 to 90% depending on the cell type. Vacuoles occupy more than 30% of the cell volume, but sometimes these are dependent on the cell type also. They may be 3 to 90%. Generally, plant biologists, they don't consider this as a vacuoles. They say that these vacuoles to be a cytoplasm or is a part of a cytoplasm. They tend to consider the nucleus, vacuoles and the cytoplasm. So vacuoles are structurally and functionally related to the lysosomal animal cells. They contain variety of different hydrolytic enzymes which having the ability to degrade the intra and extracellular content of the cell. So vacuoles are structurally and functionally related to lysosomes of animal cells. So these vacuoles are structurally and functionally related to lysosomes of animal cells, which contains the variety of hydrolytic enzymes, and we know that these hydrolytic enzymes play an important role in the degradation of intra and extracellular content. Vacuoles usually contains the sugar molecules, salt, different types of acids, nitrogenous compounds such as the alkaloids and anthocyanin pigment also. When we consider the chemical composition of vacuoles, then these vacuoles generally contains the sugar, salts, acids, nitrogenous compounds such as the alkaloid and anthocyanin pigment. The pH of vacuoles is very high at 9 to 10. Why the pH of vacuoles is very high? Because of in the vacuoles there are presence of large amount of alkaline substances, and due to these presence of large amount of alkaline substances, the pH of vacuole is very high, approximately 9 to 10, or sometimes is low as 3 due to the accumulation of acids. But sometimes if it's showing a low pH, that time there may be the accumulation of some acids, because we learned that in the vacuoles there are different types of sugar, iron, salt and also some acid content. And when there is the accumulation of these acids in the vacuoles, that time ultimately the pH of the vacuoles is lower as compared to the normal, and that's why sometimes these pH also 3 or acidic pH due to the accumulation of acid compounds. So in the vacuoles mostly the pH is very high due to the presence of alkaline compounds. For example, in the pH approximately 9 to 10 pH is seen in vacuoles. But when in the vacuoles there are accumulation of different types of acids, that time ultimately the pH of vacuoles is always decreasing. The pH of the vacuole is decreasing as compared to the normal one because of accumulation of a acid. The pH is approximately 3. Because vacuoles are present inside the cell and participate in cellular functions, and that's why they are cell organelles and membrane bound tonoplast. We know that some biologists say that the vacuoles are the part of a cytologist, but they having some evidences. Because of these vacuoles are present inside the cell, they are having their cellular participate in their own cellular functions. There are different cell organelles and membrane bound structure also that we called as the tonoplasts, and that's why we say that vacuoles are present inside the cell and they are participated in various cellular functions. They are cell organelles and membrane bound structures that we called as the tonoplast. Basically, there are 3 types of vacuoles are present. For example, storage vacuoles, which store the different types of nutrients and the pigments and also the waste products. Then second one is the contractile vacuoles, which regulate the osmotic pressure, and third one is the vacuoles which involve in the autophagy, means on the basis of which role they perform. They having 3 types. That is the first type of vacuole is storage vacuoles, which store the different types of nutrients, pigments and waste product. The second type of vacuole is the contractile vacuole. We know that in the Chlamydomonas there is presence of a contractile vacuole. So contractile vacuoles always regulate the osmotic pressure. So for the osmotic regulation, these contractile vacuoles play an important role. And third one is the vacuoles which are involved in the process of a autophagy. So when we learn or elucidate the functions of vacuoles, that time we know that vacuoles play an important role as a storage organelles. So it acts as a storage organelles for both nutrients and waste products. Vacuoles can store many types of molecules, in particularly harmful substances. Plant cells have a large content of the vacuoles which occupy the central region of the cell. Approximately 80% of the cell volume or 3 to 90% cell volume occupies the vacuoles. Vacuoles also provide the structural support, disposal of waste product, storage of different types of pigments, and also they play an important role in storage of the nutrient content which are help in the growth of the cell. They also maintain the turgor pressure. So vacuoles provides the structural support, disposal of waste products, storage of pigments and nutrient. They are also help in the growth of the cells and they maintains the turgor pressure. Vacuoles of rubber plants act as the site of rubber storage. When we take the example of a rubber plant, that time we say that in the rubber plant the vacuoles act as a rubber site of a rubber storage. रबर प्लांट मध्ये रबर जे काही स्टोअर करून ठेवलं जातं ते व्हॅक्युअल्स मध्ये स्टोअर करून ठेवलं जातं. ठीक आहे. सो व्हॅक्युअल्स ऑफ रबर प्लांट्स ऍक्ट ॲज साइट्स ऑफ रबर स्टोरेज. Certain anti-nutritional factors like the trypsin inhibitors, protease inhibitors are also present in vacuoles. So the trypsin inhibitors and the protease inhibitors, which are the anti-nutritional factors. These anti-nutritional factors are also present in the vacuoles, which act as a controller of turgor pressure. So, this trypsin inhibitor and protease inhibitor play an important role in the controller of a turgor pressure. When we learn the chemical composition, that time we say that there are also anti-nutritional factors are present like the trypsin inhibitor and protease inhibitors, which are present in the vacuoles and act as a controller of turgor pressure. So, these diagrams showing the plant cell structure. Here we say that in the plant cell approximately 3 to 90% space is occupies the vacuole. So look here, this one is the plant vacuoles, in which there are different, in these vacuoles there are different types of acid, salt compound, ions, different types of anti-nutritional factors are present, which play an important role in the storage of nutrients. It also play an important in the storage of different types of pigment. These vacuoles play an important role in the storage and the storage of nutrients, and we say the storage of the different types of pigment. It also controls the turgor pressure and it regulates the osmotic pressure due to presence of anti-nutritional factors. So this one is the plant vacuoles. This diagram showing the structure of the plant, in which these are the vacuoles. Plant vacuoles, which are much more occupies the space other as compared to the other organelles. So here these plant vacuoles, they are having their single membrane bound organelle or single unit membrane, which we called as the tonoplast, which is separated from these remaining cytoplasmic part. So in the diagrams, when we learn the plant vacuoles, see here this one is the pot of the plant and these are the different part of the plant. In these two diagrams we learn about what vacuoles play an important role. If here in these plant cells vacuole is normal, they act as their regular functions, that time plant is very healthy. But if we say the plant is very they are losing their body, they are empty with vacuoles, that time here when the vacuole is not performing their own functions, regulatory functions, that time ultimately the plant is very shrinked. So look, these two diagrams we showing the full vacuoles and empty vacuoles. Okay, so today we learn about the morphology of vacuoles, chemical composition of vacuoles, ultrastructure, and enlisted the different functions of vacuoles, which act as a regulation of osmotic pressure. It also maintains the turgor pressure. It acts as a storage of different types of nutrients and the pigments, and it also play an important role in the membrane unit bound organelles, which we called as the tonoplast, which are separated from the cytoplasm. So these are the morphology and their ultrastructure, functions and chemical composition of a vacuoles. Okay, thank you.